Hi everyone, I'm Steven Janowski, and today I'll be honoring the memory of Apple co-founder Steve Jobs. I'll be discussing Steve's early life, how he built Apple, and why Steve means so much to me. Steve was born on February 24th, 1955, to an unmarried grad student who wasn't quite ready to have kids, so Paul and Claire Jobs adopted him and moved him out to what's now known as Silicon Valley. In the McLaren article titled Steve Jobs by Chris Sorensen, Michael Friscalante, and Jason Kirby, they all describe Steve as an avid learner when discussing how Steve's dad would teach him how to build things, how to take them apart, how to put them back together again, when fixing up old cars to sell to students in the area. They also note how Steve spent as much time in Hewlett Packard engineer Larry Lang's garage just learning electronic equipment. They include a quote from the other co-founder of Apple, Steve Wozniak, describing Steve Jobs at a young age. Wozniak says, "Typically, it was hard for me to explain to people the kind of design stuff I worked on, but Steve got it right away." That eventually led to Wozniak and Jobs opening up Apple headquarters in Jobs' garage in 1976. The Stephen Wozniak biography, done by Biography Reference Bank, also has a Wozniak quote in reference to Jobs. This one was said when referring to the Apple startup in '76, "We never expected to make any money," which proves that Jobs and Wozniak just wanted to make really good products instead of a huge profit. It's also noted by Biography Reference Bank that Jobs named the company Apple in memory of a happy summer he had spent as an orchard worker in Oregon. Steve pushed Apple to new limits when making them a Fortune 500 company and convincing Pepsi CEO John Sculley to become the new Apple CEO. However, this came back to bite him when Sculley actually talked the Apple board into relieving Jobs of his management duties after Macintosh sales were far below expectations. This actually led to Steve leaving Apple and creating his own company called Next. Unfortunately, Next wasn't so successful, but Steve, while at Next, created a new powerful operating system, and at the time, Apple needed a new operating system, so Apple actually bought Next, and Steve started working for Apple again. Now, meanwhile, he met the love of his life, Lauren Powell, while he was giving a lecture at Stanford University and she was receiving her MBA. According to the McLaren's article, they exchanged numbers, and as he was walking out into the parking lot, he asked himself, "If this was my last day on Earth, would I rather spend it with this woman or at a business meeting?" And with that, he went inside and asked her out for that night, and 1 year later they got married in 1991. Sadly, in October 2003, during a routine abdominal scan, doctors found a growth in Steve's pancreas. He had testicular cancer, and he would fight that cancer until he eventually died on October 5th, 2011. Steve means so much to me and so much to today's world because of how he revolutionized the music industry with iTunes, the phone industry with iPhones, and the computer industry with Mac and MacBooks. Steve inspires me to think differently. He inspires me to pursue what I enjoy doing rather than what I think will make me money, be a successful follow. I love all of Steve's work and all Apple products, and I admire how he built Apple to be just as innovative and groundbreaking as he was. Thank you.